I walked into the office that morning, the air thick with anticipation as I prepared for a meeting with my business partner. We had been working together for over a year, and this new venture was supposed to be our golden ticket. But as I stepped into the conference room, I found him there with her, his wife, their heads bent close together, whispering. They jumped apart when they saw me, and I felt a chill run down my spine. It wasn't the first time I'd caught them in such proximity, but I'd always brushed it off. This time, the air seemed different, charged with an energy that screamed of something more than business. The meeting proceeded with an odd tension, their glances at each other far too frequent, their enthusiasm too forced. My instincts screamed at me, but I couldn't put my finger on what was wrong. It wasn't until later that night when I received an email meant for him that everything clicked. The subject line was innocuous, business-like even, but the contents were anything but. Instead of the financial documents I expected, there were pages of intimate messages, plans for secret getaways, and confessions of love and longing. My heart thudded painfully in my chest as I realized the truth. Their so-called business venture was nothing more than a cover for their affair. Confrontation was inevitable, and it was ugly. I stormed into his office the next morning, ignoring the curious glances of our colleagues. He tried to explain it away, claiming it was all a mistake, but the evidence was undeniable. His wife was there too, standing in the doorway with tears in her eyes, and it struck me then how little I knew of their personal lives. They had spun a web of deceit, using our business as their stage, and I was the unwitting audience. As anger and betrayal bubbled to the surface, I realized the depth of my own naivety. But the twist that left me reeling wasn't their betrayal. It was my own reflection in the mirror of their lies. In my quest for success, I had ignored the obvious signs, prioritizing profit over personal integrity. I had let ambition blind me to the reality unraveling before my eyes. As I walked away from the ashes of our partnership, I vowed to rebuild not just my career but my understanding of trust and honesty. The real shock wasn't their affair, it was the realization that I had been complicit in my own deception.